How to train 7 basics commands for your dog. Unlock the joy of positive training with Shaggy Chic. Training your dog is one of the most rewarding experiences, and at Shaggy Chic, we're here to guide you through it all. From mastering sit to nailing the place command, discover how to create a bond of trust and good behavior with our expert tips on essential cues. One of your most fulfilling experiences together may be training your dog. Teaching your dog basic commands establishes the foundation for a solid relationship and well-behaved conduct, whether you're adopting a curious adult dog or a vibrant puppy. These 7 fundamental cues, place, sit, stay, come, heel, lie down, and leave, will help your dog develop into a well-mannered friend, teaching them everything from how to settle in their proper spot to impulse control. Let's get started on the enjoyable process of training and learn how to incorporate these commands into your dog's everyday routine. Number 7, dog training tips for your home. Having a place to go when you want your dog to be calm is a terrific idea. In essence, you're teaching her to respond to cues to go to her mat or box. As you lay a mat or a bed, give your dog a treat. As you lead your dog to the mat while giving her a treat, tell her to go to her spot. Give her a mat reward. After that, use a release cue word, such as okay, to let her off the mat. Repeat in on your mat or go to a place, whichever you choose to be your cue. Increase the distance and have a go at sending her from a further distance. Number 6, tips for teaching a dog to sit. One of the first cues you'll teach your dog is usually to sit. It fosters the development of your dog's manners and impulse control, such as teaching her to sit when she meets new people. Place your hand right in front of your dog's eyes while holding a piece of food in your cup palm. Gently place your hand above your dog's head and then toward her forehead. Your dog should not move her feet as she looks at and follows the food in your hand. Her butt ought to drop when her head returns. When her butt touches the floor, acknowledge that she's completed a sit by saying yes. Utilize the same action to encourage your dog to sit whenever you utilize this lure approach after she knows how to do so. For the time being, hide the food in your other hand. If she sits, say yes and give her a treat from the other hand. This trains your dog to comply with your commands, in this case to sit, without requiring you to reward her with food, according to Semmel. It also teaches her to wait for the reward for a brief while. Number 5, tips for teaching your dog to stay put. Additionally crucial to impulse control is staying. Teaching your dog to stay will prevent her from running out the door before your walk and will help you keep her under control when you encounter exciting wildlife such as squirrels on your stroll. Stay near your dog and instruct her to sit or lie down depending on which cue she responds best. Give your dog a hand signal. Show them the palm of your hand. Don't use the verbal cue just yet. In your mind, count to 2, Mississippi, then click or mark with a yes. Increase the number of Mississippis to 4 after 3 triumphant performances. Return to 2 or 3 Mississippi if your dog won't stay for 4. Gradually, you will increase your stay to 15 seconds. If your dog gets up before the allotted time, turn your back for 3 seconds and make a discouraging noise such as eh. So that she can succeed, try again, but for a shorter count. Once you can consistently obtain stays lasting 20 seconds, start including the verbal cue stay simultaneously with the hand signal. Number 4, techniques for teaching your dog to come. Come, also called a recall, teaches your dog to rush to you when she hears the signal, which is vital for ensuring that you can get your dog out of potentially harmful situations. To help your dog associate her name with treats coming from you, say her name once and reward her. Next, if she approaches you on her own, call her by name, use your marker word such as yes or click, and give her a treat. Gradually increase your distance from your dog after she knows that coming to you when her name is called will result in a treat. Transform your pup into a well-mannered companion with Shaggy Chic. Whether you're training a lively puppy or a curious adult, Shaggy Chic has everything you need to teach the 7 essential commands. Learn how to bring joy and structure to your dog's daily life through positive reinforcement and expert advice. Number 3, guidelines for teaching your dog to heel. When walking on a leash, heel makes sure your dog is courteous and at ease. It keeps her focus on you rather than on other dogs or motorcycles, which could be distracting. Once you've mastered the cue, practice using it. As your dog approaches, encourage her nose to join you at your side while holding a treat in your hand. Then say your marker word, yes or click, and reward her with a treat. Once your dog has moved a short distance ahead of you, give her the cue, wait for her to come back to you, and then mark and reward her. Number 2, strategies for teaching your dog to lie down. Teaching your dog to lie down is more of a fun cue to learn, but it does help enforce good manners and a relaxed attitude. If you want to stop your dog from leaping on people or running out the door, you can use it in place of sitting or remaining. In front of your dog, drop to one knee. Hold out your index finger while holding a treat in your fist. Point your index finger in your dog's direction. When your dog is seated, softly lower your hand to the floor and press it in toward the dog's chest. Then, while your dog follows you, slowly shift your hand and index finger in the direction of your own body. She ought to lie down and follow your finger. Hold off on giving her the treat until she is completely satisfied. When she's settled down, indicate her progress with a yes, and if you have one, a click. Then open your hand and let her have at the treat. If she refuses to go down, you should use the marker signal to help shape her behavior. You can click or say yes if her elbows flex or she descends partially. Encourage her to lie down more each time, gradually. Saying the cue word, such as down, every time you deliver a signal will help introduce it. Once you are standing and your dog is obeying your hand signal 90% of the time, you can proceed with this. Number 1, how to teach your dog to get out of there. Leave it is an excellent cue to ensure that your dog isn't consuming anything that shouldn't be consumed, such as a piece of your sandwich on a plate or anything strange she comes across while out for a walk. Treats should be held out to dogs in closed fists. Put your hand behind your back if she slobbers on it. Mark and give her something from your other hand if she sniffs and then pulls away. When she consistently turns away from your extended hand, begin cueing her to stop just as she is turning her head back. Then you can begin holding your hand open and giving her the treat while signaling and rewarding her backward hand movement with your open hand. Then try placing a boring treat on the ground and preparing to cover it with your foot. Raising the value of the object you want the dog to leave will make it harder, but you should always aim to make the reward as or more satisfying. In conclusion, these 7 fundamental cues, place, sit, stay, come, heel, lie down, and leave, when taught to your dog will lay a solid foundation for positive behavior and effective communication. To ensure that your dog is a well-mannered friend, consistency, tolerance, and positive reinforcement are essential in helping them learn these commands. Your dog will pick up on these signs and eventually gain trust in you as well as impulse control. Please don't forget to open the link in this description. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more helpful tips and exciting content. Your support helps us bring you even more great ideas. Stay tuned for the next one.